Hi everyone, welcome once again to my channel. Today in this demo number 2, we are going to do a practical on proximity detector or a obstacles detector using IR sensor. We have already discussed a light actuated DC motor in my demo number 1. I hope everyone go through it properly. To do this practical in my session of today's session, these are the list of different required material. You can see first is breadboard, IR sensor module, LED, 5-volt power supply unit and a resistor. I'll go through each component with a quick review so that it will not take any more time. Let's have a quick review of each component. You can see this is the breadboard. You can see two horizontal line at the top or two horizontal line at the bottom and lots of vertical lines are there. You can see A, B, C, D like that, F, G, H, I, J, such numbering is there. For what purpose this component is required? To build our circuit before make it permanent one, so that we can make a temporary circuit through a breadboard, check it, then after we get satisfied with our circuit, we are going to do a permanent circuit through the soldering or on the printed circuit board PCB. So this too is the for the DC supply. This is a DC bus bar. If I'll give a 5 volt, I can get a 5 volt up to this point only, because there is no connection between these two 5 to this 5. It means this from starting from this point to this point, these are internally connected, and also there is no connection between these two horizontal line. All are separate to this line. So it means these vertical lines are not connected. This 5 point is connected to each other, but there is no connection between this point to this point, but there is a connection between this point to this point. Likewise, suppose I am giving 5 volt to here, I can collect 5 volt from here or here or here, from anywhere, not from anywhere. I can collect 5 volt up to this rest point only, from this to this. To get 5 volt from here, I have to give the 5 volt to any other point from this to this. Next is our IR sensor. Here is the IR sensor. You can see this IR sensor. There is a 3 terminal to interact with the other circuit. This terminal is meant for output terminal, and this one is for the ground, and this one is for the VCC. Means we are going to give the 5 volt to here, this point, and 0 volt or ground to this middle one, and this one is meant for the output. And this is the port. What is the purpose of this port? I will tell later on. You can see these two. You can see this two diode like structure. This is IR diode, just like a light emitting diode. It emits infrared. We cannot see any kind of color like red, green, yellow. That is in case of LED. But in case of IR LEDs, they also emitting a rays, that is infrared rays, and this, it emits the light, it emits the infrared light, and that will be captured by this photodiodes. When it will capture? When it will capture, we will say it is a get actuated or get trigger. This sensor will get trigger. When it get trigger? When it get receive the light. And when it will receive the light? When this photodiode receive this IR emitting light? When it receive? When obstacles come in front of it. Okay, we'll discuss everything in after some time. We're going to discuss one by one very details. Next is your LED. Here you can see a LED, but this is the LED which emits red color after giving a proper DC supply, whereas this is also a one kind of diode, but it's emit only infrared, that is not visible by our naked eyes. Sorry, our naked Yes, that not visible by our naked eyes. Next, here you can see, let me have a quick knowledge about this diode. You can see two type of leg. One is bigger, one is smaller one. Let me have an idea by drawing some circuit diagram. You can see in this diagram, circuit diagram, this is bigger one means anode, the smaller one means cathode. This LED will glow when this anode will be connected to the positive and cathode will be connected to the negative. Now what is the purpose of this resistor? The purpose of this resistor is to limit the current. It means I can say the purpose is to current limit. Limiting the current. It limits the current in the circuit so that the diode will not get damaged. Once suppose I will connect directly, suppose I connect a diode directly to the circuit. So this is a symbol of a light emitting diode. Suppose I will connect the diode directly to the circuit, then it will be get damaged. Further we cannot use in our any other project or practical. Okay. Next component is your 5-volt power supply unit. I have go through this part thoroughly in my demo number 1. Let's have a quick review. This is my 9-volt battery. From this 9-volt battery, I am receiving this 9-volt through this is called battery clipper. I connect this clipper. Now this is called DC power jack. I connected with this one, and this is my 5-volt supply module. Suppose you don't have this much of setup, you can take the help of your charger. Okay, I have already discussed how you're going to take the help of your charger in my first demo. And you can see in this point there is a 4 terminal. This 4 total completely 4 is the ground one. This is 2. First 2 is your 5-volt, and the last 2 is your 3 volt. I am taking 5-volt. Let me tell you. This is the female one. This is the female jumper. This side is female, and you can see this side is the male jumper. You can connect it. This is the ground. You connect, and the 5-volt is connected to the 5-volt terminal. Okay. Likewise, and let me show you. What I switch on it, the light will glow. It means now I am getting 5-volt across this 2 terminal. Okay. Next component is the resistor. It's a very simple and very versatile and this is the building blocks of any project. This is the resistor. This is the carbon resistor. The value is 330 ohm. You can judge from his carbon code. I will be discussed about these things in any other session. This is one kind of resistor. If you go through the sensor, you also can find another type of resistor. This is called SMD resistor. These resistors are SMD resistors. Let me clear it more clear. Such resistors are called SMD resistors. These resistors are called SMD resistors. This is another type of resistor. You can see the value. This value is 1001. It means it is 1 kilo ohm. If it is 1002, it is 10 kilo ohm. Then what is the next? This is all about the today's required components. You can add jumper wires. That different type of jumper wire is there. Likewise, this is your male to male jumpers, and that I have already discussed. And this is one kind of this is your female to female jumper. Likewise, if another is called male to female jumper. Now I'll go to our next part, that is the circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram. You can see this is your 5-volt of your breadboard, and this is the ground. A 5-volt will be supplied to this bus bar through jumper, that is female to male jumper, through female to male jumper, and this 5-volt is connected to the edge. I've already told you that there is a 3 terminal. One is VCC, ground, and output. The VCC means if anywhere written VCC means on a chip or a sensor, you connect it to the 5 volt. Okay, then it is ground, then connected to the ground, then this is the output, this is the main. You need to, I'm going to teach you about this first today. And this is your resistor and this is your diode. How this is connected? The output of a sensor is connected to the LED through a current limiting resistor of value 330 ohm. And now this is the anode. You can see this is the anode and this is the cathode. Cathode is connected to the ground, anode is connected to the output through a light emitting resistor. And you can see there is a photodiodes, another is the infrared LEDs. How this sensor is function? This is the main thing on today's practical how a IR sensor is function. Before how it function, let me go through this module once again, this IR sensor module, and compare with this module with this diagram. You find all these three, the internal diagram within this module. Okay, you can this is black type chip is there. This is called comparator. You can see here, this is the comparator LM35. This is the comparator, and this is your IR LED that I have draw here. This is the IR LED, and this black color is your photodiode. You can see this black color is the photodiode. You can see this black color is the photodiodes, and this one is the IR LED. This emits the light and photodiode to receive the lights. Okay, and they compare, this comparator compare accordingly, it gives the voltage at the output. When it will be high? When any obstacles come in front of it. Suppose this is the IR sensor. You can see now, see the above pictures. This emit the light. When any obstacles appear in front of IR LED, the light get deflected and absorbed by photodiodes, and the output appears on the output terminal. But at what distance the output will appear, that depend upon the preset. This one, at what distance the output will appear, that depend upon this preset or potentiometer. You can change the distance at where the output will be high through this port. I am changing. By changing this one, you can do it. Okay, according to your purpose of your project. Suppose I want to do it here, then change it, then change it. Okay, by moving at where you want your project to be get actuated. In my previous demo, that is actuated by the light, but in this demo my project is actuated by when obstacles come, that is, I can say the distance of the obstacles, okay, is the actuating signal. So I can say in my today's project, obstacles, a simple distance of obstacles, or obstacles is the what? Input, whereas this LED is the output. I can use a buzzer in front. In spite of LED, I will show you, I can use a buzzer in spite of LED for indication. That what indication? When the LED will glow, we know that there is some obstacles in front of sensor. When the buzzer will be, suppose produce some sound, a buzzing sound will come from the buzzer, then you will know that yes, some obstacles come in front of the sensor. Likewise, now I will do the circuit diagram on the breadboard and show you the demo. Yes, this LED is different from this. This LED is already inside the sensor module. I can show you this one. This LED is this one, okay, but I am talking about this outer LED as a indicator. Don't get confused, okay. This resistor is also outside. I'll show you, you will get clear after go through my demonstration. Let's do the demo. Here is my circuit diagram. You can see there is a two bus bar, one is positive, another is ground. This ground is connected to the VCC point of sensor. This is my VCC. You can see 3 terminal. This red wire is for the VCC. It's collecting from the above this 5 volt, and this yellow is for this jumper wire is meant for the ground, is connected to the middle one, as I have already discussed. This one is the VCC, ground, and the output. Now you can see the output of the sensor is connected to the LED through resistor. You can see there is a resistor over here. Through this LED, it is connected to the what? To the ground. You can see. I will ask one question. Can you see? Do you see any sort of light in this sensor? No. Why? This is not switch on right now. Let switch on it first. Here you can, after switch on, you can see a light. Off, on. You are able to see this because you are viewing this through the camera. That's why you can able to see the light. Such type of using, while suppose you have ever heard that of shooting the wildlife in National Geographic, they are using infrared camera, because that camera can see, they take the pictures during the night time, because this is also emitting, right now emitting, but you are able to see because this is, you are able to view through a camera, that's why you are able to, but through a naked eye you cannot visualize it. You cannot see any such of light is coming from this diode. Now you can able to go through me. I think you are getting my point right now. Now this ray is coming from here and go outward, but it is not deflected. That's why LED is not glowing. Now you can see. Now LED is glowing. You can see the LED is glowing right now. Why? Because now the IR get deflected and received by the photodiode. IR is get deflected on, not deflected off. Deflected output 1, not deflected output 0. Output 1 means high, exact it is not 5 volt, is less than that. So it indicates what? If an object comes, suppose I will be moving from here, you can see from the top, at certain distance it will glow. Now check whether it will glow for the different color of a surface. Let's check that first. You can see this surface is black in color. Now let's check. No, even after it's too close, still answer is no. Why? The question is why? Why this is happening? This is because everyone knows that black color absorbs light. That's why it absorbs all the IR lights reflected by the emitting by the IR LED. That's why it get absorbed. It means there is no deflection. All the get absorbed. Same thing I have explained here. If all the light will be get absorbed, then there will no more what? No reflection of light. It means what sensor is? It realize there is no obstacle. Even after the obstacles, but that surface is black in color. This is one more, you can say, a demerit of this proximity detector if your obstacle is in black color. Okay. Otherwise, for any other color, it gives some amount of output in its output terminal. Okay. Suppose now I will replace this my LED with a buzzer. Let's see what will happen. Let's see. But I made some change. I make some change in this diagram. What is change? The change is that I just do one thing. I replace this LED and resistor completely by a buzzer. Here is it. I replace this completely by a buzzer. Completely by a buzzer. Okay. I replace the same completely by a buzzer. Why? Suppose I will add a register in a series with buzzer, this will not glow because of that, which because now the current, this voltage is not enough to operate the buzzer. So I will connect directly the buzzer to the output pin of a sensor. Likewise, suppose I will be connect a motor, the motor also not rotate. Why? Because that voltage is not sufficient. Okay, so that we need a what? Transistor. By the help of transistor, we can realize the same. We can even control a motor, as we see in our previous class. So here, to operate this LED, to operate this buzzer, we have to connect this. I will show you buzzer. Buzzer also one small, one bigger pin. You can see one is smaller and one is bigger. Let me show you how can I, yes, this one is the bigger one, this is the smaller one, is connected to this bigger one to the output terminal of the sensor, the smaller one to the ground. Suppose if you connect the buzzer through a resistor, then buzzer will not give any buzzing sound. Okay, why? This is because sensor output is sufficient to glow a LED. LED is required a very minimum voltage, very small voltage. But buzzer, buzzer to give buzzing sound, it need more voltage with respect to a diode. If you compare with a diode, it required a more voltage. If you connect a motor, then it will not rotate. It will not rotate at all. For that, we need a transistor. I hope everyone understood up to and getting my point. Let's move to the second session, that is find a fault. Here again you can see, now find a fault. First look into it whether there is a fault. Do you think so? Check first. This LED is glowing, you can see, because everything is clear. This is getting the 5 volt in the ground, this is 5 volt and this is ground. Now I am moving my hand closer. Even after detecting of obstacles, the LED is not glowing. It means there is some fault in the circuit. Find it. Okay, find the fault in the circuit. This is all about today's class. I hope I'll come with some interesting topic on my next session. I hope you like this video a lot. If you face any doubt, you can comment on the video and stay tuned to my channel. Best of luck to everyone.